I cleared the browser cache and I didn't clear it, and that's where basically the difference came from. So it's not so bad, because most browsers still at least query whether the object has changed, which means an HTTP request in the response. So you definitely get packets even if nothing has changed, because the browser usually can't decide on its own that nothing has changed, but has to look it up on the web server. At least a not modified answer has to come back. If it's not coming back, meaning if you're basically mirroring the whole internet, then you're definitely safe.
Oh yeah, and then just think of caching, that if you've got a browser like Chrome in incognito mode, then usually if you do something privacy sensitive, you don't cache at all typically, so because you don't want to have this stuff on your local hard disk.
So wouldn't heavily personalized page like Facebook
Could
stream...
you wave or something? Okay.
Wouldn't personalized like Twitter stream, Facebook prevent you firstly to fingerprint the page and give me privacy?
So you mean, I'm not sure whether I got it right, but what I understood is whether a personalized page is immune to fingerprinting.
Yes.
No, it's not, because the structure is basically the same. If your Twitter page lists 20 items, it will always list 20 items. I mean, the text doesn't matter anyway, it's encrypted, right? So as long as you don't have a personalized page which is very different each and every time you download it, which I don't know about actually, then you're not safe.
This, from a statistical point of view, this was a first order analysis. Are there any efforts to do a second or higher order analysis to have time correlations between packages? I think this should increase or decrease the safety dramatically.
Timing is a problem, because timing is highly unreliable on an anonymizing network. Like on Tor, you have no timing guarantees. Each and every time you download a page, it may come down over a different circuit, which is why every time you wait, but you wait differently long. So we haven't looked at timing so far, and I don't think it will help much. Actually, it might decrease accuracies. But there are definitely more features out there, and the search for better features will definitely continue. You can bet on that there are more researchers in the world looking at that problem, trying to find better features in a higher order, definitely.
Can I disable the fingerprint if I random load images that are now shown on the page, or JavaScript is not?
So you wanna, so you're asking whether it's possible to download, like regularly in a short intervals, images of random size in the background.
Yep.
That will help, definitely.
To a certain extent, one should admit. Because once you start doing that and it's really regular, the attacker can filter that out again. So you want to do that at random intervals with random sizes and random images. Like you could start a web crawler at your computer or something.
Basically, it will decrease maybe the rate of sites recognized, but may increase your visibility, right?
Yeah. If that's the thing you want to hide, yeah. Okay.
You talked about recognizing robots because they're not loading JavaScript, for example. Do you get false positives if somebody is using, for example, the Firefox extension NoScript?
No, because these people use, they load images, and then what I do is I do not use all of these measures I told about strictly, but I use them for a scoring system. So if there's only one or few things that don't hit, I don't classify the users as bots.
Do you see any better ways to protect ourselves? I mean, as you know, that statistics probably will kill the loading in background thing. And yeah, well, that's not very good.
Yeah, so you're asking whether there's a
do you have any
solution?
idea for better protection? I mean, or yeah.
Apart from
idea?
No, you're asking for better protections. Well, From a network point of view, the Tor guys are probably worried a little bit only because it's not really so practical. I mean, it's only 60%. But what I'm not sure. I guess
60% is quite.
Yeah, I guess we will talk to Tor guys, or Tor guys will probably talk to us. But I'm not sure whether it's probably an arms race, right? Someone finds a better protection, someone finds a better statistical attack. So that's like antivirus or something. And I'm pretty sure that padding whatsoever will not really help. It might help, but it's really, really costly. I mean, if you pad each and every packet to full size, like 1500 bytes MTU, then you're safe, sure. I mean, but then you have to send. Even if you're not sending, I'm talking about dummy traffic, meaning you're always sending with the full capacity of your line. And that's probably not something we would like to do.
Yeah.
It
should be added that in the area of anonymous communication research, dummy traffic has been researched like the last 20 years and it never proved a final solution.
Okay, in your YouPorn example, how does it distinguish from YouTube? It's video at all, and
well, that's the good thing about it. It can distinguish between it. I don't know. It works.
It's machine learning.
That's actually the bad thing about machine learning. You usually really cannot explain why it's working, but you can see that it is working. That's why there's this, and then magic happens slide. So obviously it's different in its nature. I mean, it wouldn't be able to distinguish if people started to upload sexually explicit content to YouTube, because it's all about structure and sizes. But as long as those two pages look differently, you can be pretty sure that they will look differently on the wire in Tor as well. So.
Would you recommend combining your bot detection techniques with CAPTCHAs, or are they good by themselves?
We don't want to hassle our customers with CAPTCHAs, they suck.
I agree.
For Tor, enabling bridging or exiting relay, how does that affect?
Sorry, I didn't get it. Bridging or
exit relay.
Meaning on your own machine?
Yes.
Sounds like a good idea to me, because then you're basically having traffic which is not your own traffic, and this will definitely make it more difficult to pick out the packets that are your packets for the attacker. But are you really considering running this on your machine? I'm not sure.
Well,
one more question?
Last question, then?
What about fingerprinting on HTTPS, considering session keys have short lifetime?
So what are you hinting at? Fingerprinting on HTTPS and short session keys lifetime?
Yeah, that's the question from IRC, so they asked me to relay it. But I think it was more a question asked in context, but that got lost. So if you don't understand,
I didn't get the question, but HTTPS is, if you're using Tor, no one sees what you're doing inside Tor. So if that's the attacker model, then it doesn't matter whether you're using HTTPS.
Basically, HTTPS is no protection against fingerprinting because we don't use the content anyway. If that answers the question.
Well, if there are more questions, maybe you can ask them yourselves. Thank you, Lexi and Dominik.
Thank you.
Yeah.